In a vast and bright room filled with colorful alien beings, the Galactic Council was in full session. Alien leaders from many planets gathered to discuss important matters. They were tall, short, thin, and round, each with unique skin colors and features. The room buzzed with voices, but one topic dominated the discussion: Earth. "Look at that tiny blue dot," laughed Zorath, a tall alien with shimmering green skin. His voice echoed through the hall, making the other leaders chuckle. "They think they can compete with us. What a joke." A round alien named Plith added, "Humans are nothing! They have no real technology. They can't even travel between stars. They are just a tiny planet in a big universe." The laughter grew louder, filling the room. In a corner, Alex, a human diplomat, sat quietly. He was frustrated and hurt by the ridicule. How could they think so little of Earth? He knew the truth, that humans had hidden strengths and great potential. He had seen it firsthand. As the laughter continued, Alex felt a fire igniting inside him. He thought of all the humans who had worked hard to build spaceships, invent technology, and explore the unknown. They had come so far, but here they were, being mocked by beings who didn't understand their journey. The alien leaders continued to poke fun. What will they do next? Send their children to fight us? Zorath sneered. They have no military power. Their planet is weak. Alex could no longer sit quietly. He stood up, his heart racing. "You're wrong," he shouted, his voice firm but calm. The room fell silent, all eyes on him. "Earth is not weak. We may be small, but we are clever and brave. We have technology that you don't even know about." The alien leaders exchanged surprised looks. Zorath sneered but was taken aback. "And what makes you think you can challenge us? Your planet is just a tiny speck in the galaxy." "Just because we are small does not mean we are weak," Alex replied, his voice steady. "We have advanced in ways you can't imagine. If you underestimate us, you will regret it." Some of the aliens laughed again, but there was a hint of unease in their voices. Alex could sense it. He had their attention, even if they didn't want to admit it. "I promise you, we have hidden strength. Our scientists are working on incredible technology, and we have a military that is ready to defend our home." Zorath rolled his eyes. "What can you possibly do? You're just humans, living on a small planet. You don't have what it takes to fight the might of the Galactic Council." Alex took a deep breath. He had to think fast. "What if we showed you?" he proposed. "What if we brought our fleet to this council? You will see what Earth is capable of." The room fell silent once again. The idea hung in the air, heavy and charged. Alex's heart raced. He knew this was a risk, but he had to take it. It was time to show the galaxy what humanity could do. Zorath scoffed, but curiosity flickered in his eyes. "You think you can surprise us? How can we trust you?" Alex replied confidently. "You don't have to trust me, but you will see. We are not what you think. Give us a chance to prove ourselves. Just wait until the next meeting." As he sat down, he felt a wave of determination wash over him. The other leaders began to whisper among themselves, their laughter now replaced with murmurs of intrigue. Alex had planted a seed of doubt in their minds. Perhaps they were not so secure in their beliefs after all. The meeting continued, but Alex's words lingered in the air. He could sense a shift, and he knew that this was just the beginning. Earth would no longer be seen as weak. Soon they would reveal their true power. The Council may have ridiculed Earth today, but tomorrow would be different. Tomorrow humanity would rise. After the Council meeting, Alex returned to Earth with a sense of urgency. The laughter of the alien leaders still echoed in his mind, but now he felt a spark of hope. He knew he had to act quickly to show the galaxy what humanity was capable of. He gathered a team of the brightest scientists and military leaders at a secret location. The team met in a large, high-tech room filled with screens and blinking lights. Alex stood at the front looking at his team. "We have to show the Galactic Council that we are not weak," he said, his voice strong. "We need a plan to teleport our fleet into their meeting. It's time for them to see our power." The scientists exchanged worried glances. Dr. Lena, a brilliant physicist, spoke up first. "Teleportation is complicated. We have never done anything on this scale before. It requires precise calculations and a lot of energy." "I understand," Alex replied, "but we have no choice. If we don't act now, they will never take us seriously. We have to take this risk." He felt a wave of determination wash over him. Another scientist, Marcus, raised his hand. "We can try to use the prototype teleportation device we developed last year. It's not perfect, but it might work if we can tweak the settings. We just need to gather enough energy to power it." Alex nodded, feeling a rush of excitement. Great! Let's get to work. He divided the team into groups, one for energy calculations, another for adjusting the teleportation device, and the last for coordinating the fleet. As the days passed, the team worked day and night. Alex moved between the groups, encouraging them and pushing them to solve problems. He could see the determination in their eyes, and it inspired him. They were united by a common goal, to prove that Earth was not to be underestimated. But as the deadline approached, doubts began to creep in. One night, as they gathered for a late meeting, Dr. Lena spoke up. What if it doesn't work? What if we teleport the fleet into the council chamber and it fails? We could lose everything. Alex could feel the weight of her words. I know the risks are high, but we cannot let fear stop us. We must believe in ourselves and in our technology. If we show weakness now, they will only laugh at us more. After a moment of silence, Marcus chimed in. We have worked too hard to turn back now. If we can get the teleportation device to work, we will change how the galaxy sees us. Encouraged by his words, the team decided to push on. They spent the next few days finalizing their plans. As they worked, Alex found himself daydreaming about what it would be like to stand in the council chamber, surrounded by their massive fleet. The thought filled him with excitement and hope. Finally, the day of the teleportation test arrived. The team gathered in the control room, buzzing with nerves and anticipation. Alex stood in front of the prototype teleportation device, a large machine with glowing lights and whirring gears. It hummed softly, ready for its first big test. Let's do this! Alex shouted, trying to lift everyone's spirits. The team took their positions, fingers hovering over buttons and screens. Dr. Lena started the countdown. 3, 2, 1, activate! The room shook slightly as the machine roared to life. A bright light filled the room, and energy surged through the air. Alex held his breath, hoping and praying that everything would work. The machine emitted a blinding flash, and when the light faded, a holographic image of the fleet appeared in front of them. It was massive and beautiful, with ships of all shapes and sizes. The team erupted in cheers and high fives. We did it! Alex shouted, his heart racing with excitement. Now we just need to make sure we can teleport it to the council meeting. The team continued their preparations, now fueled by success and determination. They had proven that they could teleport the fleet, and soon they would show the Galactic Council that Earth was a force to be reckoned with. The time had come for humanity to step into the spotlight and show the galaxy who they really were. The day of the Galactic Council meeting finally arrived. The Grand Chamber was filled with alien leaders, each seated in their ornate chairs, waiting for the meeting to begin. They were excited, ready to laugh at Earth once again. Little did they know that everything was about to change. Alex stood in a command center back on Earth, watching the countdown on a large screen. The tension in the room was palpable as his team gathered around him. They had prepared for this moment, but the nerves still tingled in the air. Would their plan work? Would they be able to teleport their fleet into the council chamber? 30 seconds to launch, Dr. Lena announced, her voice steady but filled with excitement. Alex took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing heart. Remember, he said to the team, stay focused. Once we teleport the fleet, we need to show them our strength. No fear! As the countdown reached 10, everyone in the command center held their breath. The lights flickered and the machines hummed with energy. The anticipation was almost unbearable. 3, 2, 1, activate! Lena shouted. A bright light engulfed the room, and the hum of the teleportation device grew louder. The team stared at the screens, watching as the image of the fleet began to take shape. Alex could hardly believe his eyes. It was real. They had done it. In the Galactic Council chamber, the alien leaders were still chatting and laughing, unaware of the incredible event about to unfold. Suddenly, a blinding flash lit up the room. The council members gasped and turned toward the source of the light, their laughter dying instantly. The bright light faded, revealing Earth's massive fleet, hovering majestically in the center of the chamber. Ships of various sizes and designs, each one unique, filled the space with power and elegance. The aliens stared in shock, their mouths agape. What is this? Zorath exclaimed, his voice trembling. How did they do this? The humans had arrived, and they were not the weak beings the council had thought. The fleet stood ready, a testament to humanity's ingenuity and spirit. Alex watched from Earth, a sense of pride swelling in his chest as he saw the awe on the faces of the alien leaders. Alex's voice echoed through the chamber via the ship's communication system. "Greetings, Galactic Council! This is Earth's fleet, and we have come to show you who we are." The council members looked at each other, confusion etched on their faces. "This cannot be," Plith shouted, his voice shaking. "They have no right to be here." "We have every right," Alex continued, his tone steady and confident. "You mocked us for being small, but we are more than that. We have technology and courage. Today we stand before you, not as a joke, but as equals." The aliens were silent, still processing what was happening. Alex could see fear beginning to replace their arrogance. This was a turning point, and he felt the excitement surge through him. "We can offer you cooperation, knowledge, and friendship," Alex added, his voice filled with hope. "But if you choose to see us as a threat, we will defend ourselves with everything we have." As he spoke, the fleet's ships shifted slightly, displaying their advanced weaponry in a show of strength. The light gleamed off their surfaces, casting reflections around the chamber. The aliens' expressions shifted from mockery to fear, realizing that they had underestimated Earth. Zorath stood, struggling to maintain his composure. You can't be serious. This must be a trick." Alex smiled confidently. "No trick, just humans determined to show you the truth. We are not here to fight unless provoked, but we will not be disrespected. We can be powerful allies or formidable foes. The choice is yours." The council members shifted nervously in their seats, glancing at one another. The room was tense, the air thick with uncertainty. Alex could feel the atmosphere change. They were no longer laughing at Earth. They were beginning to realize the gravity of their situation. After a long moment of silence, Dr. Lena spoke up from Earth's command center, her voice coming through the fleet's communication link. "We are ready to discuss the future of our relationship. Let's find a way to work together." The council chamber buzzed with whispers. The alien leaders were clearly shaken. They had ridiculed tiny Earth, but now they had to face the reality of its hidden power. The humans had arrived, and everything was about to change. The council chamber was filled with a tense silence after Alex's bold speech. The alien leaders exchanged worried glances, and the air was thick with uncertainty. They had underestimated humanity, and now they had to decide how to respond. Suddenly, Zorath, the council leader, slammed his fist on the table. "This is unacceptable! How dare you teleport your fleet into our chamber without permission?" His voice boomed with anger, but Alex could see the fear hiding behind it. "Unacceptable?" Alex replied calmly. "You laughed at us and dismissed us. Now we are here to show you we are serious. We want peace, but we are ready for a fight if that's what you choose." Zorath's eyes narrowed. "You think you can intimidate us? We have fleets of our own. Do you really want to challenge the Galactic Council?" At that moment, Alex knew they needed to take control of the situation. "We do not want to fight, but we will defend ourselves. We have advanced technology and strategies that you have never seen before. If you choose aggression, it will only end badly for you." The council members looked at one another, their confidence beginning to waver. Alex sensed that the tide was turning in humanity's favor, but he knew they had to keep pressing their advantage. "Let's have a demonstration," Alex suggested. "You want to see our power? Let us show you our capabilities without any weapons. We can prove we are not just a small planet. We can be a powerful ally." Zorath hesitated, considering the proposal.
"What do you have in mind?" he asked cautiously.
"We will conduct a maneuver that demonstrates our fleet's agility and coordination." "Watch closely," Alex replied, signaling to his fleet commander, Captain Harris. The ships in the fleet began to move in formation, soaring gracefully through the chamber. They twisted and turned with precision, showcasing their speed and agility. Bright lights flashed as the ships performed aerial acrobatics, weaving in and out of one another, creating mesmerizing patterns. The alien leaders watched in awe as humanity's fleet danced through the air. Gasps of surprise echoed in the chamber as the ships formed shapes and symbols, including the Earth flag. The aliens had never seen anything like it before. "Impressive," Zorath finally admitted, a hint of respect creeping into his voice. "But can your ships withstand a real attack?" "Let us show you," Alex replied, his eyes gleaming with determination. "We have non-lethal weaponry that can simulate a battle without causing harm." With a nod, he ordered the fleet to prepare their systems. The ships charged their energy weapons, which hummed softly as they powered up. Instead of deadly projectiles, they launched dazzling beams of light that exploded into colorful displays, mimicking the effects of an actual battle without causing destruction. The council members watched in amazement as the beams illuminated the chamber, creating a stunning light show. The aliens realized that humanity had developed technology far beyond what they had imagined. "Enough!" Zorath yelled, his face flushed with anger. "You will not mock us with your tricks." Alex stepped forward, undeterred. "This is not a trick. This is a demonstration of our capabilities. We can help you if you allow us. But if you force us to fight, we will not back down." A murmur of agreement rippled through the other alien leaders. They began to realize the truth. Humanity was not weak. They were strong and resourceful. Zorath glared at Alex, but he knew he was losing control. "You think you can just waltz in here and take over? We will not be intimidated by your light show." "Then let's end this farce," Alex replied, standing tall. "You have two choices. Accept us as partners and work together for the benefit of all, or challenge us, and you will see the true strength of humanity." The council chamber was filled with tension as the leaders debated among themselves. They could sense the determination radiating from Alex and the human fleet. They were at a crossroads, and the decision they made now would shape the future of the galaxy. As the council leaders whispered and argued, Alex felt a surge of hope. Humanity had shown they could stand up to the Galactic Council. They were no longer the tiny, ridiculed planet in the corner of the universe. They were a force to be reckoned with, and they were ready to fight back if necessary. The moment of truth was fast approaching. Would the Galactic Council accept Earth as an ally, or would they choose to fight? Alex's heart raced, knowing that whatever happened next would change everything for humanity. The atmosphere in the council chamber was electric with tension. Alien leaders whispered among themselves, their faces a mix of fear and curiosity. Alex stood tall, watching them closely. He knew this was a pivotal moment for humanity. The Galactic Council had the power to accept Earth as an ally, or to reject them and invite chaos. Finally, Zorath, the council leader, stood up again. "You humans have shown us a display of power and creativity that we did not expect," he began, his voice steady but filled with tension. "But we cannot simply overlook the past. Our first encounter with you was one of ridicule and dismissal." Alex nodded, understanding the gravity of Zorath's words. "I agree. The past cannot be changed, but we have an opportunity to create a new future together. Imagine what we could accomplish as allies. Our strengths can complement each other, and we can learn from one another." The other council members listened intently, some leaning in as Alex spoke. They could sense his passion and sincerity. The idea of a new partnership was intriguing. Could they really trust the humans? After a moment of silence, Zorath continued, "You propose a partnership. But how can we be sure that you will not turn against us in the future?" Alex smiled, feeling the tide turning. "We have no desire for war. We wish to build a relationship based on mutual respect. Perhaps we can establish a council where both humans and aliens can meet and discuss our issues. This way, we can work together to prevent misunderstandings and conflicts." The idea of a joint council sparked interest among the alien leaders. They whispered among themselves, considering the proposal. Meanwhile, Alex could feel his heart racing. This was his chance to show them that humanity could be trusted. Zorath looked at his fellow leaders, then back at Alex. "A council of peace sounds promising, but we will need to see your commitment to this partnership. A show of good faith, if you will. What do you have in mind?" Alex asked, eager to take the next step. The council leader's expression turned serious. "You must help us in a crisis. There are rogue factions in the galaxy that threaten the peace. If you assist us in dealing with them, it will prove your loyalty." Alex's heart raced at the thought of facing a new challenge. This was their opportunity to prove themselves not just to the council, but to the entire galaxy. "We will help," he said firmly. "Tell us what we need to do." Zorath nodded, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "There is a faction known as the Varkons. They have been attacking trade routes and disrupting the peace. We need your advanced technology and your fighting spirit to deal with them. Together, we can show the galaxy that we are stronger united." The chamber buzzed with energy as the alien leaders began to discuss the plan. Alex felt a surge of excitement. This was their moment to shine and demonstrate that humanity was a force for good. "We will share our tactics and technology with you," Alex announced to the council. "Together, we can create a strategy to confront the Varkons and bring peace to the galaxy." As the leaders began to collaborate on their plans, a sense of camaraderie started to blossom in the chamber. The laughter and mockery from earlier had been replaced with a spirit of teamwork. Humanity had fought hard to earn their place in the galaxy, and now they were finally being recognized. After hours of discussion, they finalized a plan. Alex felt a sense of pride swelling in his chest. They had come so far from being ridiculed and dismissed. Earth was no longer just a tiny planet in a vast universe. It was becoming a respected player in galactic affairs. As the meeting concluded, Zorath extended his hand to Alex. "Let this be a new beginning for us all. Together we can protect the peace of the galaxy and ensure that no one underestimates the power of humanity again." Alex shook Zorath's hand firmly. "We will make history together. This is just the start of our journey." With renewed determination, the human fleet and the alien council began their preparations. They were ready to confront the Varkans and show the galaxy that unity was their greatest strength. The future looked bright as Alex realized that the bond between Earth and the Galactic Council was just beginning. As they set off on their new mission, a sense of hope filled the air. Humanity had fought back against ridicule and emerged victorious. Together, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, forging a path of peace, understanding, and strength in the galaxy. A new beginning was upon them, and this time they would not be dismissed.